Hello, friends, and welcome back to r/Tales from Retail. And today we have a new set of great stories about crazy people. But before we start, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss a new video every single day. Unfortunately for you, I sold these to your husband yesterday. The thing that used to cause me the most problem in my old job at the jewelers was the absolute not now, not ever return policy on earrings. We made a point of training all of our sales staff to tell people when buying earrings that these cannot be returned unless they're faulty. For most people, this was completely obvious, as who'd want to buy an earring that could have previously been stuck in someone else's flesh holes? However, a rather large number of customers would be surprised when they came in to return them to be told, no, we can't do that. When they'd argued, we'd say, well, I wasn't told when I bought them. And this sometimes made it a bit difficult, as you couldn't prove if the salesperson did or did not actually tell them. Except for this one time. About 10 minutes before we closed, a guy in his 40s and his teenage son came into my shop, and it turned out they needed a birthday present for the wife/mom. Talk about leaving it to the last minute, but whatever, I'm not here to judge. They pick out a necklace and earrings. It's a set that cost about 70 pounds. I was putting it through and said to them, just to let you know, you won't be able to return or exchange this if it's not right, as it has earrings in the set. You still want to go for it? The dad was adamant and said, yes, that's fine. Won't be a problem. Transaction finished, they leave happy. I'm 70 pounds up, and then it was home time. Normal into a day. So the next day was Saturday. I was working again. Gets to be about 10 o'clock and the phone rings. Lady on the other end says that she's been given a necklace as a present, but already has it, so could she exchange it? I said yes, that's fine, as long as she has the receipt, and it was under 30 days, and she confirmed both. Said she'd be in a bit later to do the exchange. Fine, no drama here. Lady eventually turns up, and I happen to be the one to serve her. Lady will be L, and me will be me. L. I spoke with someone earlier about returning a necklace. Me. Yes, that was me. Let me take that from you. I open the box, and it's the necklace and earring set. Me. I'm afraid we can't return this, as it has earrings with it. It's our policy, I'm afraid. But I already have this exact set. My husband bought it for me last year. Cue about 5 minutes of back and forth about why I can't and why she wants to. L. Let me get my husband on the phone about this. He says no one told him that we wouldn't be able to exchange them, so you have to do it. I decided to look at the receipt and see my operator number at the top and check the date to see it was actually the day before. This was indeed the set that the dad and the son bought at the last minute before we closed, and to whom I specifically remember saying, we can't exchange or refund these. Would you still like them? Me. Would you like me to speak to your husband? L. Yes, please do, and sort this out. I take the phone and do the pleasantries. Me. Now you say you weren't told at the time of purchase about our return policy on earrings? Husband. That's right. No one ever mentioned it to me. That's strange, because I was the one that sold you these last night, being sure to emphasize that it was last night in front of his wife, and I distinctly remember telling you these couldn't be returned and that you said you were all right with it. Husband. Never mind. And he hung up. I pass the phone back and say, he's gone. The lady just looked kind of sheepish and mumbled something while picking up her spare set of this particular necklace and earrings and walked out. Now, I'm not pleased that the lady turned out embarrassed and realized her husband could only manage a that'll-do approach to her birthday present. However, it was mighty satisfying to be able to call out a bullcrapper. Make sure you're not talking to the person who remembers giving you the facts when you try to say you weren't told. Next time, remember what you've previously bought your wife at the last minute and don't get earrings, okay? I like how I see some stores do their return policy. It's on the receipt, and you highlight it when you tell the customer. That way, they can't say you didn't, especially since it'll show on camera you showing them the return policy on the receipt and highlighting it for them. And our next story. No, you messed up, not us. Okay, let's start with some background info. I work at a tile store. We supply both tiles and the materials that go with them. If you buy from us and have tiles left over once the job's done, we'll refund the tiles, but we don't offer refunds on materials as they are perishable goods. This is strictly enforced by our head office. There are 2 signs that state this policy on our desk. If you make a purchase, you can't miss them. There's another sign about 1200 by 600 large behind the desk, and every docket is printed off with this policy written in bold letters. We also verbally inform you of this policy 9 times out of 10. The story begins with my associate. He'll be A and customer will be C. C. Hi, I have a bath area to tile. My measurements are 2.6 by 5. Okay, is that imperial or metric? What? Your measurements, are they in feet or in meters? I have no idea. It's 260 millimeters by 500 millimeters, I think. Oh, well, that's very small. 260 by 500 is basically one tile. Well, it's not that. Must be 2,600 millimeters by 5,000 millimeters. Okay, well, going by those measurements, it's either one tile or about 12 meters squared. Is it a very small area? I don't know. Okay, well, do you want to buy the larger amount, and if it's over, we can refund you for the tiles? Okay, sure, yeah, do that. Okay, and would you like the materials with that? Yes, please. Now, we can't refund adhesive or grout, is that okay? Yes. So the sale goes ahead, and my associate loads the order into the car. Fast forward to the next day, customer returns with nearly all the boxes of tile and materials. I had way too much. I need to return these for a refund, please. Sure, we can take back the tiles, but unfortunately I can't return the adhesive. What? You never told me that. Yes, I did. No, you didn't. Yes, I did. Our policy is also displayed on the counter in front of you and the wall behind me. I was dealing with you, not the counter. I can refund this for the tiles, but I can't take back adhesives. I apologize, but it is store policy. You'll give me my money back. You made a dog's dinner of the measurements. This is your fault. No, you were unsure of the measurements. You didn't know if it was a small area or a large area. I told you it was millimeters. No, you did not. Look, I'll contact the manager and see what I can do for you. This is ridiculous. You muck up the measurements and refuse to refund me. At this point, my associate went to the back office to call the manager and see if he could issue the refund. The customer now speaks to me. This is all his mistake. Pure incompetence. I heard the entire sale yesterday. You didn't know your own measurements. He explained the policy to you clearly. This is your mistake, not his. I told him my measurements. So my associate comes back out after speaking to the manager. Okay, we can offer you a refund. However, the amount is over what we're able to give out in cash, so it'll be a check refund. A check? I want cash. We don't actually have enough cash in store to give you. The manager specified it had to be a check. Well, give me the check, but I'm keeping the tiles till it clears. What? You want us to give you back what you paid and you want to keep the stock? As collateral. No way. Then I don't accept the check. I have no guarantee that you will keep your word. You can sign as a guarantor and I'll accept that. I will not sign anything, ma'am. Then I'll be contacting your head office and reporting you. Go ahead. We've offered you a refund and you've refused. And you want us to give you money and let you keep the stock. I never said that. Both myself and my coworker just stared at her as she had clearly demanded that exact thing. The customer left after expressing their distaste for us to a nearby customer who just rolled her eyes. They did return a few days later and accept the check, but not after complaining about our terrible service yet again to a different associate. I wish that just once the other customer would respond to the crazy customer by saying, "You're an idiot, lady," or something to that effect. And our next story. I'm returning this. No. So this happened earlier today, and I am still fuming over it. Today's Easter, so all of our Easter stuff is 50% off. This led to a massive shortage of eggs and baskets, leaving mostly candy and paper goods. A customer we'll call BG for Bunny Guy comes up with one box chocolate bunny. Easy enough. I ring him up, $1.99. He walks away. Doesn't go very far, though. Sitting at a table we have on display by the registers. No problem, he's probably just hungry and wants to eat it now. I keep an eye on him, watching as he slowly eats the chocolate bunny over the course of 30 minutes. As soon as he finishes eating, he gets up, walks right up to me, skipping the line, and drops the empty box on my counter. BG, I'm returning this. No arguing allowed, no complaining allowed. I'm returning this. Me. No. BG. What? Me. No, I'm not returning this. BG. No, you have to return this. Me. No, I don't. We don't take returns on food items, period. 2, this has clearly been opened and used. 3, you only have the packaging, not the product. I will not be returning this item. BG, you're a effing thief. I want to talk to your manager. Oh, I'm a thief? I'm not the one returning an empty box, and he wants to talk to my manager? I'll do one better. Gladly, I get on the radio and say, security to the front, please, security to the front. He didn't even wait for me to finish making the call. He bolted out the door, leaving his disgusting box behind. Our security team, by the way, was just the manager, who was just as angry as I was when I told him what the customer tried to do. I threw out the box and spent a minute calming down, then went back to work. Hey guys, thank you all for watching the video to the end, and I'll see you in the next one.